Hey everyone, welcome on back to Minecraft. So last time we kind of wandered around and we talked about stuff and we went and got some experience and talked about stuff. Oh, just checking on the iron. Nice, okay. Anyways, I am in dire need of, let's see. I am in dire need of mining. So you know what? Let's have a mining video. Let's go down, let's do a bit of mining and then move on. Again, I mentioned last time this is my winter break grind for videos. So obviously for Minecraft, it'll be a little more bland. And obviously for other videos, it's a lot easier because I'm playing a pre-made game, and in Minecraft, you gotta make your own game. And I guess that's really what I like about this game in general. And I mean, I really do think that Minecraft is a very great game because of that. And I mean, personally, oh great. I consider a great game, to me, a great game is a game where you can make your own game inside of that game. And I know that was very redundant with game, but a video game where you can find other things to do and other things to take your attention is a wonderful video game. I mean, for instance, Skyrim. Skyrim, I've played about everything in that game. I mean, I haven't played everything, obviously, because it's Skyrim. Are you kidding me? But I've done a lot of it, and you know what? For that game, I kind of forgot there was a story for a good 4 or 5 months, and I just wandered around doing my own thing. I mean, when the house DLC came out, I went and made a house instead, and adopted a dog, and did all that fun stuff. And then and then I did the vampire stuff, and I think that for me, that's the mark of a good game. But obviously, that's not all there is to a good game. And you know what? I'm gonna talk about games this episode, just games in general. That I got on a tangent there, and that seems like a good thing for me to talk about. What makes a good game for me, and what makes that game entertaining for me? So you know what? I want to put down a couple ground rules. These are all my opinions. It's completely subject to change, and they're not accurate for everyone. But what I do know is that they're accurate for me. My favorite types of games, obviously, are the games in which I can make my own kind of fun thing in it. But that isn't always the case. So for a game like Wind Waker, I mean, you could do other things. You can do the side quests, or you can have fun and do other things. I mean, you can do that, but you don't really have that much freedom. You're still stuck on your You are still stuck on your linear storyline, and you're still following what the game has planned out for you. And obviously, that's a different case. That is a more game case. So for instance, I'm playing Batman Arkham City and Okami HD and Super Mario Galaxy on my channel right now, and Xenoblade. Xenoblade has more of the go do what you want type of thing than both of those other games, because, well, actually, no, Super Mario Galaxy, it's a little different, because Super Mario Galaxy, you pick what levels you go to, and that's how that works. And I mean, I guess you can make your own game by doing everything, but it's okay. Actually, that was a really bad explanation of what I meant to say. Adventure and creativity games, I feel, are best expressed if you are able to make your own game out of them. So obviously that takes away, that would be a much better way to put it. So I mean, for example, Watch Dogs, when I played that long ago, that really wasn't a creative game. That was a pretty linear story. I mean, I could really only do stuff that they told me I could do, but I had the open world aspect to it, which is more the adventure side of it. So I was able to just go have fun. I was able to get that bike from that stupid poker game. I never want to do that ever again. So I was able to have my own fun, and I was able to go play the poker. I was able to go get this awesome bike. I was able to go and launch people into the sky with fire hydrants and just have fun. And that is why I enjoyed that game. And I know many people didn't enjoy Watch Dogs, but personally, I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to play the second one whenever I may. Okay, so a game like Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I love that game. The reason I like that game is because of the customization options in it. You can change what your character looks like, how he fights, or she, how they work, how they talk, everything. That's what I like about that, and it basically lets you do your own thing. But obviously, that's a customization fighting game. That's also a little different. Probably my favorite game series of all time is Pokemon. I grew up on it, and I'm still playing it. Currently I am playing Pokemon Sun. And Pokemon Sun, I love it. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it's nice and difficult too, which is definitely appreciated. But I mean, in that, the most customization you can really do other than naming your Pokemon and doing their moves is the color of your hat and clothes, because you can pick a body type, but you can't exactly customize that body type. So, not that I know of yet, at least. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I will do some research, and then I will quote. But I enjoy that game nonetheless. Great games, they're entirely subjective. I mean, for one of my favorite games is Borderlands 2. I know I've mentioned it a million times. I mean, here. My skin's supposed to be Handsome Jack. I like Borderlands. That's really the bottom line of it. I really like Borderlands. And I like it because I mean, you just explore, you shoot stuff, and the people have one-liners, and it's great, and it's goofy, and it's funny, and it actually has a pretty good story to it, surprisingly. But that doesn't cut it for everyone. So, I mean, if you want to talk about the creation of games and game critics, I feel like that would be the hardest possible thing for you to do, because how do you judge off of your own ideas? Let's see, are we still... How far is this? Really far. How do you judge apart from what you want? How do you judge a game in how good it is? I mean, Infamous. I loved Infamous. I loved all of them. I loved it all the way through. Oh god, I'm blanking on. Is it First Light? Maybe. I don't remember what the last one was called. One with Delson. You have Infamous 1, 2, and then Delson Infamous. I enjoyed them incredibly. I really liked the karma system. I liked the good and bad options. I like having. I liked having the. I didn't have to completely follow the story, but I didn't have to completely go separate from the story. I was able to go do my side quests, and obviously there's different endings. I love that for a game. I mean, if you want to talk about different endings, you could go with Fallout 4. The only thing that I didn't like about Fallout 4 was the fact that you had to play the game 4 times to get 4 different endings, which was, it's annoying. Especially trying to get the same weapons that you know worked the last time and trying to make sure everything works. God, I'm really tangenty. I'm sorry. I tried to stay on topic, but it didn't work. That's another thing I've been trying to work on recently. Is I've been trying to be more of what I personally see as entertaining, because I feel like the entertainment factor is definitely a big deal in something like this, because I mean, obviously you don't know what I look like. And I'm gonna keep it that way. I would prefer to have the anonymity of my voice versus something else. And I don't know, and because of that, you're not looking at my facial expressions, you're not looking at how I react or how I sit for something, or how something if I don't like it, or how something if I like it. You're just listening, and I have to portray everything through my voice. And I think I like it that way personally, because I feel like it adds a depth to it. I don't know, but that's just crazy me talking. So if you don't think that way at all, don't mind my rambling. It's just me. Anyways, video games in general are kind of weird, which is funny to say because everything I do revolves around video games. Video games are kind of weird. I mean, it's a completely virtual world which you go and you immerse yourself inside of, and you attempt to follow the rules of that world, and you attempt to adhere by them. But at the same time, I mean, for someone like me, video games are an incredible stress reliever. Like, I mean, video games have been, and and will continue to be, like, my greatest stress reliever, because I'm able to just sit and play a video game and immerse myself in the story and analyze the characters and how everything looks instead of everything else. And I'm out of torches. Great. Wow, I somehow managed to just go like that, so I know where we go. Okay, so let's head back and oh boy, wow, that was right on target. Then I will also end off the video. Video games. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Video games are something interesting because everyone can take them differently and everyone profits off of them in a different way. I mean, obviously, for instance, I was talking about myself, they're a stress reliever and I enjoy them. But for others, they might not be a stress reliever, they might be a stress giver. I mean, depending on the type of game. I mean, there are definitely times where I lose my marbles about getting mad about something. But, you know, that's part of the fun, I guess. And my biggest issue is I wish more video games would be taken for the art that they have and what they represent versus what they are. And a great example of this would be Bayonetta. I would love to play that game on my channel, and I think I'm going to. But the issue with that game is that it is hypersexualized, which is a bummer for me because I enjoy how the game plays, how the game feels, but there's a negative connotation to it because of how over-sexualized that the main character is. And that is the part that I have a hard time with because I enjoy looking at a video game and enjoying it for these reasons and for these little quirks that the game has. But because of how over-sexualized it is, there's an issue there. And I know a lot of people don't share what I believe for video games and how I like to think about them, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put that out there. It's kind of something random. Thank you guys for listening to me, by the way. I know I kind of rambled and just went on and on and on and on for a little while, but I really do care a lot about this stuff, and I mean, I love video games, and I'm sure some of you people watching do as well. And I mean, they're relaxing. I mean, what else can you really say about them? They're wonderful. And I've got to go put this away. What we need to do also is make some of these. The video games are wonderful and they're relaxing and they're nice and they provide a place for people to get away as well, which is something I feel is something that isn't quite recognized enough, because a lot of people, myself included, will play video games just to distract myself or to get stress out. And the issue when you bring these hypersexualized games into it is that while this game might be nice for me to play and I enjoy playing it, and my biggest issue is that it might the hypersexuality might throw me off guard for a little bit, but then I get it figured out and it doesn't bother me anymore and I don't even notice it. Like if there's a big quirk in a game or the art style is different, I have to get used to that art style, and once I get that art style and how it feels and plays, I don't notice it anymore. And I definitely know that is I do know that is something that I do, and I've known that for a while, and it's part of the reason why I want so bad to play Bayonetta, because I love that game and I would love to share it with you people, but I worry about how it would be viewed, because I don't know, I wish it was better if you could just sit down one-on-one and just play a game, or have more of a, I guess, accepting belief everywhere about what's entertaining and what people can do. I don't know, I'm weird. Whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really mean it. And I will see you guys next time when we'll go do something. I really don't know what we'll do, but we'll definitely do something. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.